Properties. All right, we're going to look at the commutative, associative, distributive laws first. So commutative. Notice how the 2 and the 3 are kind of flipping around, and the 4 and the 5 are flipping back and forth like that. Okay, so that tells us that the numbers can switch places without changing the value. Okay, so notice that 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 4, and 4 times 5 is equal to 5 times 4. So this is the commutative law. If the operations are all addition, then the order does not matter. If the operations are all multiplication, then the order does not matter. Okay, so the commutative law basically says that the order doesn't matter. This only works for addition and for multiplication. Okay, it doesn't work for subtraction, it doesn't work for division. Okay, the root word in commutative is commute. To commute means to move back and forth. Okay, so here's a dictionary definition, and there you go. All right, let's go back and look at associative. The associative law, notice what's happening is the brackets are kind of switching places. Okay, so if you have 2 plus 3 plus 4, it doesn't matter whether you do the 2 plus 3 first or you do the 3 plus 4 first. So however you group them, it doesn't matter. Okay, so if the operations are all addition, then grouping using brackets does not matter. Okay, if the operations are all multiplication, then grouping or using brackets doesn't matter. Okay, so how you group them doesn't matter. Okay, this is from the root word associative. This is from the root word associate. Okay, like the people you associate with are the people you hang around with, right? So it's to be grouped with. Okay, and that's it for associative law. Then we have distributive law. Distributive, to distribute is to give out. Notice here the 4 is being given out to the 2 and to the 3 through multiplication. Okay, and that's what's happening up here. So 4 times 2 plus 3 is the same as 4 times 2 plus 4 times 3. Notice over here we have 1 4, but over here we have 2 4s. Okay, the 4 has been distributed, given out. The multiplication is distributed across the addition in brackets. In the example, the 4 is distributed to the 2 and to the 3 through multiplication. This is from the root word distribute, to give out. Okay, and that's it for the 3 laws. And that's, well, let's just move on to the properties of 0. Okay, properties of 0. 0 plus any number is that number. So 0 plus 7 is 7. So that's why 0 is the identity element. Okay, the identity element. And that's important for addition. Okay, the identity element, by the way, an identity element does not change the value of another number under a given operation. So under addition, 0 does not change the value of the numbers. Like, for example, 0 plus 5 is 5. 18 plus 0 is 18. 0 plus 21 is 21. So 0 is the identity element for addition. Under multiplication, 1 does not change the value of other numbers. So 1 times 5 is 5. 18 times 1 is 18. 1 times 21 is 21. So 1 is the identity element for multiplication. Okay? So 0 is the identity element for addition. 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times any number is 0. Okay, 0 divided by 7 is 0. 0 divided by any number is 0, except the number dividing can't be 0. Okay, so that means that 7 fits into 0, not at all. Okay, 7 does not fit into 0, so it fits in no times, 0 times. 7 divided by 0 is undefined. Division by 0 is undefined. Okay, so that's the biggie. You have 7 divided by 0, you have division like this, don't do it. Okay, 7 divided by 0, you just can't do it. 7 divided by 0 like that can't be done. Don't divide by 0. 7 divided by 0 is undefined. Okay, this is the explanation for it. 0 fits into 7 infinitely many times. You can think of it this way. If you're looking at 0 as though you're approaching 0 from the positive end, so you're saying, okay, look, this number, 0.0001, is really close to 0. Okay, so 7 divided by this number is 70,000. And then 7 divided by an even smaller number, closer to 0, gives us an even bigger result. Okay, so as the divisor approaches 0 from the positive end, our answer approaches infinity. But what if we approach 0 from the negative direction? So 7 divided by negative 10,000, by negative a 10,000th, we get negative 70,000. Or 7 divided by negative 0.00000001, we get negative 70 bazillion. Okay, so we get this huge number. So as the divisor approaches 0, our answer approaches negative infinity. The answer approaches both positive and negative infinity as our divisor approaches 0. That's why we can't define the answer. That's why it's undefined. Okay, stay tuned for part 2.